Welcome to the tutorial video for the GPSR Product Safety Regulation Professional. In this video, we will show you step by step how to use the plugin in Shopware. Here is a brief introduction to what to expect in this video. We will start by explaining the GPSR information about the manufacturer, then the GPSR information about the product, and finally, we will explain the general configuration of the GPSR information in the settings. The tutorial video ends with an explanation of prioritization. We are here in the Shopware admin. After successfully installing the GPSR plugin, you can configure the following. We begin with the manufacturers. Under catalogs, you can create or edit a manufacturer as usual. When editing a manufacturer, you'll find a new section for GPSR info. Here you can enter the manufacturer's name and address, as well as the responsible person in the EU. After saving this will be displayed in the storefront under the product in a new tab, showing the manufacturer and the responsible person. If you want to change the title from manufacturer, for example, or the display, you go to Shopware admin, then to extensions, then my extensions, and at the plugin you press configure. A new section GPSR snippets opens here. In the GPSR snippets, you can rename the title from the product type, for example, by pressing the symbol on the right, and you can name the title as you want in German and in English. After a page reload on the storefront, you can see the changed title. If you want to change the display, you can edit it in the display settings for GPSR under catalogs and manufacturers. The manufacturer now has its own tab, but you can also select a tab GPSR. This will then be displayed in the Product Safety Information tab. If you select the product description in the display, you will find the manufacturer under the Description tab. You can also configure GPSR info for a product. When adding or editing a product, there is a new section for GPSR Product Safety Regulation. By expanding this section, you can edit the product type, manufacturer information, responsible persons, warning and safety instructions, and important information. After saving it, you will find it in the storefront under a tab called Product Safety Information. Here you can see product type, manufacturer, safety instructions, warnings, and important information. Even if you want to change the display here or the title, you will find this again in Extensions, My Extensions, and in the plugin configuration. You can edit the GPSR snippets titles as well as multiple display options. Additionally, you can also maintain the GPSR information in the settings under Extensions. On this page, you can edit the manufacturer, the responsible person, and the warning and safety instructions. You can add a manufacturer or edit an existing one. You can activate or deactivate it, set a name, choose a priority, and select a sales channel, a dynamic product group, or set a rule. You can configure the headline, text, and display. In this case, we have shown it as a separate tab after the Review tab with a dividing line. Below are the names and address details of the manufacturer. After saving this, you can open it in the storefront. Here you see the manufacturer in a new tab. Now we look at the responsible person. Here you can add or activate, deactivate an existing edit, set a name, priority, sales channel, or define a dynamic product group and a rule. You can edit the display like the manufacturer, the headline, the text, and where it should appear. In this case, it will be shown in the product description. After saving it, you can open it again in the storefront, and in this case, it will show in the description. Here you can see the text, the responsible person, and the address data. Proceed to the warning and safety instructions. Here you can add notes and edit existing ones, set them active and inactive, and choose a name. You have the option to choose a hint type, either warning, security notice, or important information. Sales channels, the dynamic product group, and a rule can be defined. The headline, the text, as well as the display and layout can also be edited. Whether a headline should have color, background color, border color, what size, or an alternative style is freely selectable. You can also add and edit images. Once you've saved this, it will be displayed in the GPSR tab as follows. These were the GPSR information about the extensions under the settings. Now we come to the prioritization. When prioritizing, consider the following. First and foremost, you can set the information about the GPSR guidelines in the settings and extensions at the GPSR Product Safety Ordinance for the manufacturer, responsible person, and warning and safety instructions. These are of top priority. If these GPSR infos are maintained, they will be displayed with the products in the storefront. However, if no information is created, the GPSR infos from the products will be displayed under catalogs in the storefront, if this GPSR section is also not filled out. The GPSR infos from the manufacturers will be displayed under catalogs. This means if the GPSR information is maintained in all three areas, the info from the settings is displayed in the storefront. If there is no information here, the info from catalogs and products is displayed in the storefront. And if these are not maintained either, the GPSR information from the manufacturer is displayed. That was our guide to the GPSR plugin in Shopware. Good luck with the implementation and see you next time.